and Barbuda is an island nation in the Caribbean. The flag of Antigua and Barbuda features two red triangles, with the remaining portion being divided into sections of black, blue, and white, with half of a yellow sun in the black part of the flag. The capital and largest city in the country is St. John's, which has the main port in the nation. The country has an area of 171 square miles, or 442 square kilometers, making it a little bit bigger than Barbados, and has a population of over 100,000 people, ranking it ahead of Seychelles. Antigua and Barbuda has a purchasing power parity GDP of $1.72 billion, and a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $18,000. The Bahamas are an island nation in the Caribbean. The flag of the Bahamas is made up of three horizontal stripes of blue and yellow, with a black triangle on the left side. The capital and largest city in the country is Nassau, and has a population of over 200,000 people. The Bahamas have an area of 8,624 square miles, or 13,880 square kilometers, and have a population of over 352,000 people. The official language of the country is English. The Bahamas have a purchasing power parity GDP of $12.1 billion, and a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $30,800. Barbados is an island nation in the Caribbean. The flag of Barbados is a tricolor of blue and yellow with a symbol of a broken trident in the center. The capital and largest city is Bridgetown, which has a population of 89,000 people. The nation has an area of 267 square miles, or 430 square kilometers. Barbados has a population of over 301,000 people. The country spends 0.9% of its GDP on its military. Barbados celebrates its independence day on November 30th. Agriculture takes up 32.6% of the nation's land. Barbados has a GDP of $3.7 billion, and a GDP per capita of $12,900. Belize is a country in Central America, on the Caribbean Sea. It borders two other countries, which are Mexico and Guatemala. The flag of Belize features the national coat of arms on top of a blue field, with two horizontal red stripes on the top and bottom of the flag. The capital of the nation is Belmopan, and the largest city is Belize City, which has a population of over 66,000 people. The country has an area of 8,867 square miles, or 22,965 square kilometers, which makes it a little bit smaller than the state of Massachusetts, and has a population of over 412,000 people, which ranks it ahead of the Maldives. Belize has a purchasing power parity GDP of $2.43 billion, and a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $6,100. Canada is a country in North America, on the Pacific, Atlantic, and Arctic Oceans. It borders one other country, which is the United States. The flag of Canada is made up of three vertical stripes of red and white, with a red maple leaf in the center of the flag. The capital of the nation is Ottawa, and the largest city is Toronto, which has a population of over 2.5 million people. The country has an area of 3,855,103 square miles, or 9,984,670 square kilometers, which makes it the second largest nation in the world, and has a population of over 38 million people, which ranks it ahead of Poland. Canada has a purchasing power parity GDP of $1.742 trillion, and has a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $45,900. Costa Rica is a country in Central America. It borders two countries, which are Panama and Nicaragua. The flag of Costa Rica is made up of red, white, and blue stripes, with the nation's coat of arms on the left. The capital and largest city in the country is San Jose, which has a population of over 1 million people. Costa Rica has an area of 31,752 square miles, or 51,100 square kilometers, and a population of over 5 million people. Spanish is the official language in the nation. Forests make up a little over half of the country's land. Costa Rica has a GDP of $100.25 billion, and a GDP per capita of $19,700. Cuba is an island nation in the Caribbean. The flag of Cuba is made up of 5 horizontal stripes of blue and white, with a red triangle on the left of the flag, featuring a white 5-pointed star. The capital and largest city in the country is Havana, which has a population of over 2 million people. The nation has an area of 42,426 square miles, or 109,884 square kilometers, making it the largest country in the Caribbean, and has a population of over 4 million people. Spanish is the official language in the nation, and 60.3% of the land is used for agriculture. Cuba has a purchasing power parity GDP of $137 billion, and a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $12,300. Dominica is an island nation in the Caribbean. The flag of Dominica is made up of a green field, with a cross made up of 3 stripes of yellow, black, and white, and a red circle in the middle, which contains 10 green stars as well as a parrot, which has purple and green feathers. The capital and largest city in the country is Roseau, which has a population of over 14,000 people. The nation has an area of 290 square miles, or 751 square kilometers, and a population of over 74,000 people. English is the official language of the country, and the most common religion is Roman Catholicism. Dominica has a purchasing power parity GDP of $710 million, and a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $9,900. The Dominican Republic is an island nation in the Caribbean. It borders one other country, which is Haiti, on the island of Hispaniola. The flag of the Dominican Republic is made up of a white cross, surrounded by fields of red and blue, as well as the national coat of arms in the center. The capital and largest city in the nation is Santo Domingo. The nation has an area of 18,551 square miles, or 48,046 square kilometers, and a population of over 10 million people. Spanish is the official language of the country, and 51.5% of its land is used for agriculture. The Dominican Republic has a purchasing power parity GDP of $184.45 billion, and a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $17,000. El Salvador is a country in Central America. It borders two countries, which are Guatemala and Honduras. The nation's capital and largest city is San Salvador, which has a population of over 316,000 people. The flag of El Salvador is made up of 3 horizontal stripes of blue and white, with the nation's coat of arms in the center. The coat of arms contains a smaller version of the flag. El Salvador has a population of over 6.5 million people, ranking it 109th in the world. It is an area of 13,074 square miles, or 21,041 square kilometers, ranking it 153rd in the world. The official language of the nation is Spanish. The biggest use of land is agriculture, which takes up 74.7% of the country. El Salvador has a GDP of $52.26 billion and a GDP per capita of $8,100. Grenada is an island nation in the Caribbean. The flag of Grenada is made up of 4 triangles of green and yellow, with a red circle and yellow star in the middle, as well as a yellow and red depiction of nutmeg on the left, and is surrounded by a red border, with 6 yellow 5-pointed stars on the top and bottom of the flag. The capital and largest city in the country is St. George's, which has a population of over 39,000 people. The nation has an area of 213 square miles, or 344 square kilometers, and a population of over 113,000 people. The official language of the country is English, and Protestant Christianity is the most common religion, making up 49.2% of the population. Grenada has a purchasing power parity GDP of $1.7 billion, and a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $15,100. Guatemala is a country in Central America, on the Pacific Ocean and the Caribbean Sea. It borders 4 other countries, which are Belize, El Salvador, Honduras, and Mexico. The flag of Guatemala is made up of 3 vertical stripes of blue and white, with the national emblem in the center. The capital and largest city in the country is Guatemala City. The country is an area of 42,042 square miles, or 108,889 square kilometers, making it a little bit smaller than Pennsylvania, and has a population of over 17 million people. Spanish is the official language in the nation, which is spoken by 69.9% of the population. Guatemala has a purchasing power parity GDP of $141.5 billion, and a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $8,400. Haiti is an island nation in the Caribbean. It borders the Dominican Republic, which is the other country on the island of Hispaniola. The flag of Haiti is made up of 2 horizontal stripes of blue and red, with the country's coat of arms in the middle. The capital and largest city in the nation is Port-au-Prince. Haiti has a population of over 11 million people, ranking it 82nd in the world. The nation has an area of 17,243 square miles, or 27,750 square kilometers. The country has a mountainous landscape. French and Haitian Creole are the official languages in the nation. Haiti has a GDP of $31.62 billion and a GDP per capita of $2,800. Honduras is a country in Central America. It borders 3 other countries, which are Guatemala, El Salvador, and Nicaragua. The flag of Honduras is made up of 3 horizontal stripes of turquoise and white, with 5 turquoise stars in the middle. The capital and largest city in the nation is Tegucigalpa, which has a population of over 1 million people. The country is an area of 43,433 square miles, or 112,492 square kilometers, and a population of over 9 million people. Spanish is the official language, and Roman Catholicism is the most common religion. Honduras has a purchasing power parity GDP of $50.89 billion, and a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $5,100. Jamaica is an island nation in the Caribbean. The flag of Jamaica features a diagonal yellow cross and 4 triangles of black and green. The capital and largest city in the nation is Kingston. The nation is an area of 4,244 square miles, or 10,991 square kilometers, making it around half the size of New Jersey, and a population of a bit less than 3 million people. It's the 3rd largest island in the Caribbean. Jamaica has a purchasing power parity GDP of $25.89 billion and a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $8,700. Mexico is a country in North America between the Pacific and Atlantic Oceans. It borders 3 other countries, which are Guatemala, Belize, and the United States. The flag of Mexico is made up of 3 vertical stripes of green, white, and red, with the coat of arms in the center, which features an eagle on a cactus holding a snake in its mouth. The capital and largest city in the nation is Mexico City, which is also the largest city in North America. The country is an area of 756,470 square miles, or 1,959,248 square kilometers, and has a population of over 130 million people. Many crops, including corn, avocados, and vanilla, originated from Mexico. The most common religion in the nation is Roman Catholicism, which makes up 78% of the population. Mexico has a purchasing power parity GDP of $2.306 trillion and a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $17,900. Nicaragua is a country in Central America, on the Pacific Ocean and the Caribbean Sea. It borders 2 other countries, which are Costa Rica and Honduras. The flag of Nicaragua is made up of 3 horizontal stripes of blue and white, with the coat of arms in the center. The capital and largest city in the nation is Managua, which has a population of over 1 million people. The country is an area of 50,337 square miles, or 130,373 square kilometers, making it a little bit bigger than the state of Pennsylvania, as well as the largest country in Central America, and has a population of over 6 million people. Most of the population lives in the western portion of the country. Nicaragua has a purchasing power parity GDP of $34.98 billion and a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $5,300. Panama is a country in Central America. It borders 2 other countries, which are Colombia and Costa Rica. The flag of Panama is made up of 2 fields of red and blue, as well as 2 fields of white, 2 red and blue stars. The capital and largest city in the nation is Panama City. The country has an area of 28,640 square miles, or 74,177 square kilometers, and a population of just under 4 million people. The nation is the Panama Canal, which is approximately 40 miles long, and is one of the most strategic artificial water channels in the world. Panama has a purchasing power parity GDP of $109.52 billion and a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $25,000. $12,400. St. Kitts and Nevis is an island nation in the Caribbean Sea. The flag of St. Kitts and Nevis features the diagonal black stripe, which is bordered by yellow, and divides the flag into two sections of green and red, and has two white stars in the black stripe. The capital and largest city in the country is Basseterre, which has a population of over 11,000 people. The nation has an area of 101 square miles, or 263 square kilometers, which makes it a bit smaller than the Maldives, and has a population of over 54,000 people, and is both the smallest and least populous country in the Western Hemisphere. English is the official language of the nation. St. Kitts and Nevis has a purchasing power parity GDP of $1.24 billion, and a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $23,300. St. Lucia is an island nation in the Caribbean. The flag of St. Lucia is made up of a light blue field with a yellow triangle in front of a longer black triangle partially outlined in white. The capital and largest city in the country is Costa Rica. The nation has an area of 238 square miles, or 617 square kilometers, and a population of over 166,000 people. English is the official language of the nation, and Roman Catholicism is the most common religion, which makes up 61.5% of the population. St. Lucia has a purchasing power parity GDP of $2.25 billion, and a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $12,300. St. Vincent and the Grenadines is an island nation in the Caribbean Sea. The flag of St. Vincent and the Grenadines is made up of 3 vertical stripes of blue, yellow, and green, as well as 3 green diamond shapes in the middle of the flag. The capital and largest city in the country is Kingstown, which has a population of just under 13,000 people. The nation has an area of 150 square miles, or 389 square kilometers, and a population of over 100,000 people. The most common religion is Protestant Christianity, which makes up 75% of the population. St. Vincent and the Grenadines has a purchasing power parity GDP of $1.34 billion, and a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $12,100. Trinidad and Tobago is an island nation in the Caribbean. The flag of Trinidad and Tobago is made up of 3 diagonal stripes of white and black, stretching across a red field. The capital of the country is Port of Spain, and the largest city is San Fernando. The nation has an area of 1,981 square miles, or 5,130 square kilometers, and a population of over 1 million people. The nation contains the biggest natural reservoir of asphalt on Earth, and is the southernmost country in the Caribbean. It gained independence from the United Kingdom on August 31st, 1962. Trinidad and Tobago has a purchasing power parity GDP of $33.21 billion, and a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $23,700. The United States of America is a country in North America, on the Pacific, Atlantic, and Arctic Ocean. It borders 2 other countries, which are Canada and Mexico. The flag of the United States is made up of 13 horizontal stripes of red and white, with 50 white stars on a blue field. In the upper left corner of the flag, the capital of the nation is Washington, D.C., and the largest city is New York City, which has a population of over 8 million people. The country has an area of 3,797,173 square miles, or 9,834,633 square kilometers, which makes it one of the world's largest countries, and has a population of over 337 million people, which ranks it 3rd in the world. The United States has a purchasing power parity GDP of $19.846 trillion, and has a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $60,200.